Just good afternoon, John, and hello, everyone. So number 1, $2, $1.30. In front of number 3, $3.70 and $1.70, and number 2, $4 and $2.10. So despite the smallness of the field, it's quite an interesting race. Pacific Joy, the only one punters feel can't win, is riderless at the gates at the moment. She's not overly keen on going forward. It's a beautiful day out here at Warwick Farm. Lovely sunny conditions. The track looks perfect. Hasn't been a meeting here for a little while. And the track officially rated good, and the rail is true. Now here's the Gerald Ryan trained mare coming forward. Luxury Ride. Luke Price offsetting the weight with his 3 kilos claim. And moving forward now is the Kembla Grange trained mare Jactress with Corey Brown in the saddle. And she's the last in, and we're ready for action. The Sled Mare Handicap, a famous name in breeding circles in Australia. And the 5 mares are off and racing, and they jumped as one. And who is going to lead? The Ruffy Pacific Joy narrowly, headed immediately now by Flying Ella, and the favourite Captive Empress the inside. Little Price is going to be caught very wide on Luxury Ride as they travel by the 1300, and Jactress immediately drops out to last. Captive Empress about a neck Pacific Joy. Luxury Ride is out 3 wide as they travel to the 1200 marker. Flying Ella is back behind the Speed Battle, and last of all is Jactress, but only about 5 lengths between the 5 mares as they work their way towards the 1000 marker. Captive Empress in front, but Luxury Ride, who'd been prated out very wide, she's got the mouth wide open, and little Luke Price had to do what he's done, go to the front, otherwise he would have been anchored out there in no man's land for the rest of the trip. And at the 800, Luxury Ride, he puts the brakes on the Gerald Ryan trained mare. She's a half Captive Empress and a length and 3/4 Pacific Joy. Jactress over on the inside, and Flying Ella has dropped out to last. Well, she's going to have the last shot at them, seemingly, as they leave the 600 pole behind them. And Luxury Ride, she's had to do plenty of work. She's a half length on the hot pot Captive Empress, being tagged by the Ruffy Pacific Joy, who's got Jactress nailed away on her inside, and Flying Ella hugging the rails as last as they round the home corner. And Captive Empress quickly swept to the front from Luxury Ride. Little Lenny Beasley poking up on the inside on Flying Ella. There's not a lot of room, but in the meantime, D. Beedman drives the favourite clear, Captive Empress. Jactress is coming down the outer, Flying Ella the inner. It's Captive Empress in front from Flying Ella and Jactress, and Captive Empress, by gee, she's found a form now, and there's the hat-trick for her. Captive Empress wins nicely. Flying Ella second, Jactress third, Luxury Ride fourth, and fifth and last the rank outside of Pacific Joy. Number 1, the winner, Captive Empress, ridden by Darren Beedman. She's really going great guns, isn't she, following wins at Scone and Port Macquarie, and now here. She's paid $2 at $1.30. Flying Ella, number 3, Len Beasley second, $1.80, and there'll be no third tote for number 4, Jactress. The winner is by Captive Edition from Nile Empress, is trained by Peter Domkins at Newcastle. Significantly open, very short on the tote, so somebody was very, very keen, of course, on Captive Empress's prospects. Got in nice and early. Anyway, $2 at the death, yours for theirs. And 26 starts, win 8 and 3 on the trot. Quinella has paid $3.40, and we're waiting for the Exactus paid $7.30, the trifecta $16.50, and the first 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, $25.40. 1, 3, 4 and 2, Captive Empress, Peter Domkins, formerly a steward. Peter, his dad, a very successful racehorse trainer of yesteryear. Peter gave away stewarding to take up racehorse training, and he's done very, very well at it. Flying Ella second. Wasn't a lot of room to get through into the 300, but had a chance by Flying Spur, trained by John O'Shea. And Jactress is by Sir Tristram, trained by Kerry Parker at Kembla. Corey Brown. And Luxury Ride, well, Little Price was caught out in no man's land for the first 500 metres. He had to go to the front, but he had to spend a penny to get there, and Luxury Ride is not overly possessed with a lot of intestinal fortitude, and really she was a spent force at the 600.
Here is Greg Miles for race 2, the New Gleam Handicap. Good.
Well, the query here, John, was whether Master Play was forward enough to win first up since April after a knee operation, on both knees, in fact. Well, if the betting is any indication, he is well and truly ready to run a cracking race. He's been heavily supported. Prosecution, just in the last couple of moments, has come in for the best support to run second elect. A real drifter has been Dura from the Hawks Yard. Here's Prosecution. He's sporting blinkers for the first time today, coming up into the line. Goes up for Brett Preble. Master Play had a saddle adjustment. In fact, it had shifted well forward by the time he got round to the start. And that has now been affected, and here he comes into the line. He is a striking individual, this fellow, with a whirlwind finishing sprint. He'll get back and give them a start, but watch for him getting home. Master Play goes in, so they're all in now. The New Gleam Super Vobis is ready to go. Racing, Radiant Blast jumped well towards the inside, and one of the first out, Blue Wiener, finding the lead over on the outside, trying to go with it. Jura settling off them second. Jules Lino is third. Radiant Blast is fourth. Master Play settled down on the outside, fifth, spotting the leader 6 lengths. And then came Jamina in company with Nobody on its outside, and Prosecution 3 deep in that last bunch of horses. As they came off the back of the 800, and Blue Wiener sailed along by 2 or 3 lengths to Jura. Third placing to Radiant Blast on the inside, and then Jules Lino. Prosecution moved up deep out into 5th placing. Jamina is over on the inside, closely followed by Master Play. He's now back second last, and Nobody. Blue Wiener came to the corner in front by 1.5 lengths to Jura. Jules Lino easing out wider, and Prosecution coming the deepest runner, and Master Play's going for a run between horses. Radiant Blast getting up on the inside to tackle Blue Wiener, coming to the 300 clear of Jura. Master Play over on the inside of him, and down the outside is Prosecution, but Blue Wiener still had it past the 200. He's 1.5 lengths in front of Jura in second placing. Master Play can't go on, and then Prosecution, but Blue Wiener's in front and will run the 1200 out, and Blue Wiener won it from Jura. Master Play third, and then Prosecution fourth. Jules Lino fifth, followed by Nobody, Radiant Blast, and Jamina was last in.
Blue Wiener, Reese McLeod went right on with the job. 5.40 and 1.80, Jura 1.50, and Master Play $1.30. Numbers across the line: Sandown 1.62. Race 10 coming up.
The colours that Choix Sir will carry in the main race of the day, the 2-year-old classic. Handle moves in. And we've got the Max Lees trained My Tally with Max's good mate Jimmy Cassidy in the saddle coming forward. He's had a good run, Jimbo, hasn't he? And the roughie in the field is Due to Lay at $44 on Tab Limited. And Due to Lay about to come up. First of the day, 1-3-4-2, carped of Empress Darren Beedman from Flying Ella, Jactress and Luxury Ride. Now Due to Lay straightens and goes into the 1600 stall, starting on the Hume Highway side of the Warwick Farm Racecourse. And we're set for action. They're off, and a little slowly away. Due to Lay in company with My Tally, and the favourite jump quickly, My Special Scorpio, headed immediately by Zulu Legend, a handle wider out, followed by Silver Duke and then Summer Alice. My Tally trapped out very wide, Chiraga next to last, and 3 lengths the roughie Due to Lay. They race along to the 1200 marker, and the leader is Zulu Legend, keen to run in front. About 3/4 of a length on one of its stablemates, now 1.5 lengths handle in fact. Silver Duke getting a nice run third, and so too 1 out, 1 back is My Special Scorpio. Then My Tally a trifle wide from Summer Alice, Chiraga next to last, and 2 lengths Due to Lay. Onto the side of the track they run, going along past the 850, and the leader is Zulu Legend, steadied in the lead. About a 1/2 length or so approaching the 800 from a handle. Silver Duke on the inside of My Special Scorpio, and deeper out is My Tally. Chiraga third last, Summer Alice on its inside next to last, and still Absolute Due to Lay. Zulu Legend at the 600 marker leads about a neck or so on handle. My Special Scorpio's been given every possible hope from Silver Duke, bailed away then My Tally. Jay Cassidy riding hard on it, and then Chiraga followed by Summer Alice pegged in, and Due to Lay brings up the rear. They're homeward bound, and Handle quickly swept away from Zulu Legend. My Special Scorpio pounces. Silver Duke switches back to the inside to get a run, and Chiraga to the outside, and then Due to Lay. My Special Scorpio desperately ridden. He's a 1/2 length on Silver Duke, coming at him along the inside. It's My Special Scorpio, just the leader. My Special Scorpio, Silver Duke hit the line. Close one, bobbing finish between My Special Scorpio and Silver Duke. Chiraga prominent for third. Not far back, Summer Alice, My Tally and Due to Lay, followed home then by Handle, and Zulu Legend finished at the tail of the field. Photo in the race just decided. Let's having a look at the strides. Oh, it's been frozen on my screen a fraction past the post. Let's have a look at this other shot coming up now. Oh, you've got one head down. The inside head's come down, Silver Duke, and My Special Scorpio's head's come up. So hang on to your briefs. We broadcast a little past the post here, and it's an impossibility to have an accurate assessment here, particularly with the strides totally out of sync. So hang on to your briefs. The two fancied ones are Forded Out, the favourite, My Special Scorpio, and the best back to beat it, 7 Silver Duke. And you've got to lean a little to the outside here, and it might still go to the favourite, but oh gee, I wouldn't put my life on it. Here we go. Number 3 gets there, My Special Scorpio. Number 3 is the winner, My Special Scorpio, written by Rod Quinn. Has paid $2.30 and $1.20. A thriller. Number 7 is second, Silver Duke, written by Luke Price, $1.80. Number 1 is third, Chiraga, written by Hugh Bowman, has paid $3.50. The Quinella.
Number 8. Here is Greg Miles at Sandown. Any moves on track, Greg?
Best move clearly is for Furler, John. The favourite is Free Hill. Free Hill is the favourite. He's a drifter on course. Happy and Way the second pick. So most punters sticking with what they know. But the late rally has come for Furler, and it's going to run on track. A third favourite, equal with Tycoon Ruler, who at least has trialled. He did miss the start in his trial by some 3 lengths, but he's trialled and won, and he's got blinkers on for the first time. It's Polish Warrior going up into the gates there. He's a half-brother to the previous winner, Blue Wiener. Not as chuckily built. He's a chestnut. His half-brothers are Bays and Browns. Most of them are in the gates. We await Happy and Way to come in. Here's All of Me getting set. It's been steady through betting around the 750 mark on Super Tab. But the best push I can give you for the unraced is for numbers 7 and 8, particularly the 8. There's Free Hill going in now. Happy and Way is about to get set. They work on Step Ahead now, who's coming up into the line. Recall Lacey telling us that he's not expecting too much from Step Ahead today. Happy and Way went up into the gates. Top 2 have been quite drifters on course. They're nearly ready. Uniforms has the inside. Starters on the platform. Set. Racing now. Furler was one of the first to bounce out down near the inside, shows plenty of early speed. Tycoon Ruler jumped away fast, and so did Happy and Way, and Free Hill settling just off them in about 4th placing on the outside, and then Step Ahead. Uniforms over on the inside, followed then by Polish Warrior, and All of Me settled down near the inside, and last of all, Happy and Way wide out, Tycoon Ruler in the centre, and Furler against the rails. They're the 3 leaders. Free Hill has got the sit right off them in 4th placing, 2 or 3 lengths then to Uniforms, and Step Ahead, and a break then to Polish Warrior and All of Me. Into the straight, Furler against the inside, and Tycoon Ruler. Happy and Way travelled pretty well on the outside of them, and now Free Hill's called on, followed by Uniforms, and Step Ahead under the whippers making ground. Happy and Way at the 200 took a slender lead. Uniforms is going for a run on the inside of it. Step Ahead's joining in. Uniforms darted through, got to the lead from Step Ahead and Happy and Way. Uniforms against the inside, coming away in the last bit, and Uniforms wins it. Step Ahead second. Bobbing Photo third. Give it to Happy and Way, and nose to Free Hill. All of Me made some ground from the tail of the field, followed by Polish Warrior. Furler, after showing a lot of dash, dropped out of it to finish second last over the line, and last was the other one that showed pace in it, Tycoon Ruler. Uniforms takes out the race. Darren Gauci, John Hooks in 56.6. 9 Uniforms to pay $7.20 and $2.10 came away to win it comfortably. It was the back markers that figured. Step Ahead running second, number 5 to pay $4.10. And Happy and Way should grab third, number 1, just ahead of Free Hill. There it goes now, 9, 5 and 1 official on race number 3. I think that one might have caught them a little by surprise. There wasn't a big push, and I heard Wayne Hawkes on air saying this morning on radio that this horse hadn't shown too much pace in any jump outs either. So a little bit of a surprise victory. Her first start against the Colts, she sat away from the pace, but once she got the run through the pack near the 200, it was a brilliant turn of foot that saw her sprint away, and she's won it impressively. Furler, that was...
Third pick is Blackrock College. Vapor Trail, ridden by Australia's Scott Seamer. Let's go to the beautiful Trentham course in Wellington, and we'll pick up the trackside commentary. Your race caller is Tony Lee.
With DreamWorks at $4.50, $2.20, $5.30, $2 Blackrock College. Ladies and gentlemen, the Armstrong Joan New Zealand Oaks with the call courtesy of Radio Pacific. Here's Tony.
So Damasceno and Michelle Wen to come up to an outside barrier. And Sir Some Quarter is still behind the line. Our main event just moments away now. And got one away here through the inside. It's Ambush. So this is unfortunate, as Ambush has got away and is highballing it past the big crowd here at Trentham.
Well, Ambush is off and running down to the turn out of the straight. No sign of the clerk of the course yet, so this could take a while. Let's utilise the opportunity to go back to Eagles, and we'll play this by ear. Let's go to Trentham.
From a Chem Mare and Fanny Black, Mike Moroney, Andrew Scott prepares. She's had the 2 wins and 5 placings from 13. Ran third behind Dreamworks in the Royal Stakes. And prior to that had finished third to Monterey Bay.
Starting signal about to be given. We're set to go. Stand by. Balyaba been the best back. Then came Veteran, a big gap Scorsese, and last Just Or.
Two Property Broker striding up on the outside. Caesar Ray is right with those, and Venus was her name, and Damasceno is working towards the lead as well to the judges' circuit to make. Vapor Trail slots in next on the inside of Sursum Corda as the Oaksfield run out of the straight. Singing Star around Blackrock College, and inside of that pair Pompezi. Dreamworks was the next on the inside, Maxine's Magic, and a little deeper out is Gussie Godiva. Blessed Sun was a length away, a halfback on the inside. Monterey Bay a little more than a length to Fonte's last pay and display, and 4 lengths to Ambush was last. They run up to the back, 1,600 metres to go in the Oaks, and Venus was her name's the leader. Property Broker is second, and Damasceno is third, and Fiaba pushing through on the inside to Sweet Seat, fourth on the inside, right behind the leader. 1,400 metres to go, a length and a half to Caesarea. Vapor Trail getting a cosy run on the inside. In the clear, a length and a half back, Sursum Corda, similar distance to Pompezi. Blackrock College travels well, 1,200 metres to go. A length Singing Star, deep around Dreamworks and Maxine's Magic. Blessed Sun was next in the centre. Gussie Godiva's a little wider, and Monterey Bay back on the inside. 2 lengths to pay and display. 1,000 metres to go in the Oaks. Fonte's Lass is second to last, and Ambush was last of all. Venus was her name, and Michael Coleman bring them down the side to the 850 metres. Damasceno has moved up a little closer now, second on the outside. Fiaba's getting a gorgeous run, as to Property Broker. Vapor Trail travels well inside of Caesarea, and a little deeper out Sursum Corda. Going forward, Singing Star and Pompezi behind the Maxine's Magic. Blackrock College Dreamworks is behind these, needing space, and then Blessed Sun. Monterey Bay to the outside with Gussie Godiva, Fonte's last pay and display, and last was Ambush on the swing. Venus was her name, a length on Damasceno, who's laying down the gauntlet, and Vapor Trail and Scott Seamer getting into the clear, and with a very good turn of foot has raced to the lead in the Oaks. Vapor Trail a length and a half clear, 150 to go, running on Sursum Corda, Damasceno, and then Monterey Bay, but Scott Seamer and Vapor Trail for Bruce Sherwin grabs the Oaks, great win. Vapor Trail won at Sursum Corda second, very close third. Damasceno or Monterey Bay behind the Maxine's Magic, Fiaba. The next time then has been Venus was her name, Blessed Sun, Fonte's Last, Dreamworks, Gussie Godiva, Singing Star, Pompezi. Further away, Pay and Display, Ambush, Caesarea, Property Broker, and Blackrock College has run last in the Oaks of 2002.
Have you ever seen a prettier ride than that in your life? And Scott Seamer's amazing run continues, Joe McKinnon. Queensland Oaks, Caulfield and Melbourne Cups, LKS McKinnon Stakes, the New Zealand Derby, the Auckland Cup, the Magic Millions, and now the New Zealand Oaks. Can you believe it?
Well, yes, I can. The way he's riding at the moment, like a man possessed, Ron Duffy. Scott Seamer, no stopping the man.
He is wide hot. He's getting the right rides over there, and he just keeps winning on them.
Great to see. So Vapor Trail in the New Zealand Oaks this afternoon. Now, welcome back to Warwick Farm for race 3. They're heading to the barriers, and it's a tricky little affair. Ronnie, you got Hugh Bowman, one of Sydney's up-and-coming jockeys, and he's got a terrific book of rides here at Warwick Farm this afternoon. He's named Hayden, and Glen Idle has his best winning chances.
Okay, just about ready to rock and roll at the farm. Here's Ian Craig.
They're off and running, and they jumped in a very even line too. Hayden, one of the smartest out. The maiden Valkyrian jumped nicely, and a couple of lengths to Gamesman, followed closely by Wingrove. Paraway's not all that far away. The speed is slow, and then Palladium Star. Four Bill next on the inside of Yoruba from He's on Fire. A couple of lengths to Bond and a length and a half to Shannon Magic as they race in the direction now of the 1,000 marker, and Gamesman goes through to show the way narrowly. Hayden sitting second and Valkyrian third. 2 lengths to Wingrove, 4 Bill, Palladium Star, Paraway. Then He's on Fire around Yoruba, and a couple of lengths to Bond inside Shannon Magic as they come along to the 750, and Hayden goes to the front now. About 3/4 of a length on Gamesman. Valkyrian third, Wingrove next around old 4 Bill. Then Palladium Star, followed by its stablemate Wider Out in the red jacket and white cap Paraway. Yoruba over on the rails. Then He's on Fire, Shannon Magic, and Bond brings up the rear. Coming to the corner, and Hayden leads the way. 3/4 of a length on Gamesman. They've put 3 lengths on Valkyrian immediately under the stick. 2 to Wingrove, 4 Bill and a length Paraway. Palladium Star and Yoruba bumping, and then Bond at the 200 marker. Hayden just leads from Gamesman. A couple to Valkyrian, and then comes Palladium Star. Hayden fighting on. He got his second wind. Away he goes, and he's home, Hayden. Hayden from a photo. Gamesman and Yoruba, who flashed home. Palladium Star wide out, Valkyrie on the rails, then Bond, followed by He's on Fire and a gap to Shannon Magic, Wingrove, Paraway, and 4 Bill was absolute. Well, he got his second wind, Hayden, about 150 to go, and he really raced away. Gee, Yoruba, who had a bumping duel in the straight with Palladium Star, gee, it came home like the wind in the last 50 metres. So it's very close for second and third, but there's no doubt about the result. Number 5, Hayden for Hugh Bowman and Warwick Farm trainer Rod Craig, and on Tab Limited, $15.90 and $4.50. Hayden, a very honest horse, 33 starts, 5 wins, 5 seconds, 4 thirds. He's by Human from Shogosha, who was a handy race mare, a showdown mare, raced by C and Geely, and has clocked 1:22.73, which will stand as a class record until broken. Now, the second and third is close. No numbers up at the moment. Here we go. Number 4 is second, and that is Yoruba, ridden by Bradley Pengelly, has paid $3.10, and Gamesman, number 3, Len Beasley, third, $1.90. I'd forget that Paraway ever went around. Slow speed early, as is commonplace from these 1400s, and he was wide out, so just ignore the run totally. But Hayden, a model of consistency, he gets there as we check the official dividends. Number 5, $15.90 and $4.50. Number 4 paid $3.10. Number 3, $1.90. The Quinella, $77.40. Exacta, $187.80. The Trifecta, $943.30.
Yes, Hayden is
15 runners. And some of these are going to get caught off the track and really not know what is going on. They won't have seen that many horses in a group before. And, well, the horse who has the luck with the most ability will get the money. There was backing at triple figure odds on track for 16 Matatina. If you like to back a bolter, then Matatina was supported, I'd say, by the owners. There was a group of punters around one particular bookmaker, and well, that horse came right in. They move in. Flawed Logic in a white cap, drawn barrier number 1. So they start to fill the stalls. They're going to leave the inside 5 stalls vacant with the rail being out. Defiance moved up. Matatina set. Yeah, the sweatband came in handy this time last year at Vic Park when it was 45. A week earlier it was, because the Group 1 harness race, the Smoke Free Cup, was that Saturday night, and it was 40 at 6 p.m. So it looks like we're heading into a little bit of warmer weather. Rachel's Pride goes up. Hollow goes in. John Hawkes has a terrific record in this race. He won it in 1993 with Justice Prevails. Hello Dale in 95. Suit in 97. The late Peter Hayes trained 3 of the last 4 winners. Beggar's Opera 98, Nights Upon Us 2000, La Lagoon last year. Paul Gatt rode those last 2 for Peter. So it's a good race. It's the Queen Adelaide Stakes. See many wonderful sights on Bondi Beach. And one great sight there at the moment is Ken Sweeney, racehorse trainer, in his favourite bathing costume. Good on you, Ken. Enjoy your stay there. I believe he's in the Bondi Beach Hotel. Great venue, whether you're drinking or punting or eating. Now Crystallion comes up. Crystallion goes in. That could leave just a couple. Choco and Presumed Innocent in the all-navy colours. Steward's report from last week, or just at the start of the day, Snippety Doodah, which was disappointing last Saturday. Acting Chief Steward Graham Locke told me that Mark Kavanagh has reported to him that although the vet found no abnormalities with the horse last week, the horse must have been in the early stages of developing an abscess, because that has come through during the week. Set for a start, the Queen Adelaide Stakes, ready to run. Whitecap, Flawed Logic, Barrier 1. Orong in the normal O'Sullivan colours. Dinazis taking up his irons on Choco. Ready, they're racing. Beginning slowly, Hollow, No Speed, Halo Amore, and first away was Orong with its stablemate Flawed Logic. Showing speed, Defiant. There goes Ivory Bird with blistering speed, and out wide Rachel's Pride coming over. Matatina's up there early, and so too. Just behind them, settling down, came Crystallion, followed by over on the inside of it, Red La Belle. Getting back, pushing Daisies, We Will Rock You. West Ace, Presumed Innocent, a long way back. Followed on the inside by Hollow from Choco and Halo Amore. At the 400, the leader Orong from Ivory Bird. 3 out is Rachel's Pride. Behind them, Flawed Logic from Red La Belle. Then Defiant pulled to the outside from West Ace. We Will Rock You. Matatina giving ground. Presumed Innocent couldn't possibly win from there at the, surely at the 200. The leader Orong from Ivory Bird. Then Red La Belle starting to get through. And here's West Ace with its run on the outside. And Presumed Innocent pulled right to the outside. Red La Belle, West Ace, Presumed Innocent's mowing turf. Red La Belle still in front. West Ace. Oh, and Presumed Innocent wide out, a line of 3. What a great go. Well, look, maybe West Ace for mine, but gee, this horse out wide, Presumed Innocent's made up 8 lengths in 200 metres. It's in the photo, and so too Red La Belle. I reckon West Ace has beaten Red La Belle, but it's a matter of whether Presumed Innocent's got there in time. Close up behind them was Orong, followed by We Will Rock You, then Pushing Daisies. From Defiant, further back, Rachel's Pride, Halo Amore, and then came Choco from Ivory Bird, which showed speed, Hollow, Crystallion, and amongst the tail end is Flawed Logic. Now, the outside hasn't got there. It's West Ace. West Ace will win it. Number 3, ridden by David Tootle. 1920 and 450. Look at those birds. They're ducks, are they? They're from the pond in the middle. And those horses mowed them over. Now, I think that all ducks have survived, but punters on Presumed Innocent or Red La Belle may not have survived this photo, because I reckon West Ace has won it. Now, I can't see any dead ducks. That's one good point out of the race. Look at Red La Belle getting through on the head-on. Tootle on West Ace, who said on interview earlier today he wished he had have ridden the horse last start. He thought it was unlucky, and I'm confident that he's got there in time, West Ace. I'll be very surprised if he's been beaten. There's those ducks. Oh, gee whiz. Little ducklings as well. Mum, Dad and all the ducklings, and I reckon that they've all survived. 3, 6, 9, 13. 3 is first. 6 is second. Gee, it's got second on the outside. Can you believe that?